Hey girls.
Oh, you look so nice. That's a lovely dress.
Thank you.
Lovely, lovely dress. Beautiful.
Thank you. So how are you both doing?
Fine, thank you.
Great.
Very good.
Okay. I've been dying to share this with you. Now, the most awkward moment happened earlier, like with my son.
What happened?
He came up to me this morning and asked this question, and I'm quoting, "Mommy, how did I get in your stomach?" Yeah, I was too shocked to answer. All I said was, "Go ask your father."
Right.
Because how do you explain to a child who's 4 about sex? It just hit me. Like, when is the appropriate time to talk to your child about sex?
First of all, what did the father say to him?
I don't know. I wasn't there. So,
Want my opinion? My opinion would be maybe you should wait a little while. Maybe when they get into boarding school, when they're a bit.
What age though?
Maybe from 10, 11. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe, I think.
Catherine.
Oh, as early as 2.
Okay,
2.
No.
I
couldn't even.
What does the child understand
At the age of 2.
Well,
What do you tell a 2-year-old? As in, mommy and daddy come together.
I'll answer your question in a bit, but I'm just curious. Why do you think you have to tell a child about sex at 10?
Yeah, but why do you think you can talk to a 2-year-old about sex? Why not wait till the child is like 18? Because that's more like, you're an adult from the age of 18.
Well, 18, I think it's a bit too old because they would have learned it from somewhere else. But for maybe 10, 11, 12, maybe before the child becomes a teenager, you begin to drop in subtle, comments, advice, remarks. I think so. But 2 years old, come on. What does the child understand by 2?
Okay, let me rephrase it. What's the aim of talking to your child about sex education? Or why, the question would be, why would you want to talk to your child?
Kids
boy or girl,
Catherine,
son
kids
or
these
daughter.
days, it's like they come computerized. Their brains are like, fast forward.
That's because they will pick up something from someone outside. So you want to be the one to tell them. So when an issue arises outside, they come back to you.
That's precisely my point. Which is why I'm wondering, why do you think you have to wait till a child is 10 for you to talk to a child about the child's body parts?
If you were to speak to your child, who is 2,
the child's body parts. If you call
body parts is different. You can tell your child, okay, this is this and this is that. But you won't tell your 2-year-old that mommy and daddy have sex. Or mommy and daddy have to come together.
No one, you see, that's the thing. You're looking at this thing. You're looking at it from one angle and one angle only.
Okay, how would you
You're
explain?
talking about body parts. That's the
how
thing.
would you explain to a 2-year-old?
Okay.
Talking about sex to your children, talking about sex education doesn't mean telling your child literally about sex. If you're telling your son or you're telling your daughter about sex, what's wrong with telling your child at 2? Why I say 2 is that you can start by telling him or her the part of his body that we usually say, oh, we are very, even till now as adults, we are very reserved about calling body parts the way they're supposed to be called out as by their names. We say pee-pee instead of penis. We say something else instead of vagina. But by the time you tell a child that this is vagina, this is penis, this is breast, this is bum, tomorrow, if somebody is trying to be funky with the child can say, oh, don't touch my vagina. And even because of the way or the confidence with which the child will say that, the child can attract attention outside. If someone hears a child say, imagine someone hearing your son say, no, don't touch my penis. As a parent, you say Jesus, first of all, or you turn to the direction of where that's coming from. So when I talk about sex education, that's what I say, you guys are looking at it from one point of view.
But that's different. That's not explaining sex. That's not sex education. It's basically
telling
them
your child
about their body parts.
Your child must, first of all, at 2 years old, a child is learning to talk. At that age, let the child know that there's no need for you to be ashamed of certain parts of your body.
Okay.
That's why I say at 2. as early as 2. Sex education, how you know, how your husband literally climbed you, or literally you guys got together to have a child, that's a different ball game. But why I say 2 years old is that you start early. Once the child knows that there's no big deal, for me, the child begins to be free, and then, you know, other things can happen from then on.
If you were in my shoes, how would you explain to Ashoma, if he came up to you with that sort of question, how did I get in your tummy? Because honestly, you know, apparently he had asked his father, how did I come out of mommy's tummy? Way before now.
Every child gets to that at some point. You find a way relatable to explaining to the child. When my daughter was younger, and we're talking about how she came and asked me what sex was, I said, where'd you see that? Oh, I saw it on the wall in the bathroom in school. Who did you see it alone? No, I saw it with a friend of mine. Okay, let's start with the vagina. The vagina is to you as the penis is to the boy. Call your brother in here. Let's talk. We had this talk for 3 hours. I'm one of those, my mouth is wide open where this is concerned, because I know that if you're not telling them at home, trust me, ladies, they are going to be taught outside. And once they learn outside, they will have no question whatsoever for you. Who's with them at home, because they find that all their answers are outside. And then another thing I find is that when you're talking this talk with them, always try and be comfortable. A child knows when you're not being comfortable. I knew when my mother was not comfortable at 21 telling me about contraception. So I knew when that she wasn't comfortable, and I would say, oh God, for her sake, let her just finish, you know, so that she can stop being this uncomfortable. So with that at the back of my mind, I talked to the girls and I talked to my boy. I said, I was looking for things for them to analyze and have an idea and can follow the line of reasoning. So what did I do? I told my daughter, there's a reason why your vagina is between your legs, so that you can use your legs. If I cross my leg, I cross my leg. That means that nobody can get through there, except you allow. That is relatable to a child. A child can understand that. But that's me. I don't know how. I'm just saying, it's like arithmetic. If they have a homework or assignment, you find some kind of analogy that they can relate to. Because children, it's all about relating. If your son is a very plenty young man. So you and dad most probably will have to find a way, something that, you know, his line of reasoning, his line of thought. Millicent said something and you said, oh, he'd ask you a series of questions from then on. We don't know him like you guys know him. But for me, I said, because my kids, you know, with school, there's a deduction in reasoning. And I know that they can follow from pattern to pattern, from step to step. So I said that. And then with the penis, the functions of the penis, how it affects you as a boy growing into a man, it's not the same way your sister's vagina affects her until I was calling the names as if I was, you know. When I finished and they left the room, I opened a bottle of wine. Did I just say these things?
To my kids, exactly.
Vagina, penis is what? Are you kidding?
For me, I think the earliest you can talk to a child about sex should be 16. You can talk to them about body parts.
As in sex.
You know what will
sex
happen?
Education.
You know what will
happen?
Because, like my son, he has what me and the father,
we
laugh and everything.
I think
he has a lot of girls that say, Bam Bam, I want to marry you. I want to marry you. No. Little girls in his class.
I think what
you don't
for sex education these days, I think 16 is too late. By 13,
whoa, coming from you?
I'm sorry.
Girl, give me 5.
I'm sorry, but sex education, oh my God, I think 12 or
you said
11.
10 earlier.
From 10.
10 earlier, yeah.
Before they become teenagers, because trust me, these kids.
What did you drink of this thing?
It's only orange juice, please.
I'm wondering.
No, but really. 2 is too young for me. Yeah, I agree. Tell them, let them know their body parts and stuff like that. But sex education,
that's a preamble to sex education.
Okay.
Have you heard when cousins or uncles, even when we were younger, they used to be funky business at that time. So at this age, now no age is sacred. That's what I'm saying. So if I say, I'm saying from 2, so your child is away, short of taking your child for taekwondo classes, it's just equipping your child with knowledge and with information that, Mommy, somebody came and touched my vagina, and you call it out loud so anybody who's walking by will say,
it is a
Blood of
vagina
God.
anyways.
You know, instead of saying my wee wee, my hee my ha my, call it what it is, so that people out there should pause, let their glasses fall off their hands and say, Biko, calm this child. Who did you say did this to you? Because of the confidence of the body part that he's called. He came to fondle me. Mommy, I was just sitting down, and you know children at that age are very theatrical. And they'll just go in detail. And the highest you would say is, oh, shh, don't say this or don't be so vocal. But it will get the attention. There's nowhere that child is saying that thing that won't get. We are living in a wicked, according to my mother, we live in a wicked world.
True.
We have to equip children, and then we're not with our children all the time. For me, that's me. I'm such a believer in this.
What do you think is, or how do you think one should go about telling, like you know, you called your daughter in, you called your son in, and you explained to them. Yeah. Okay, then more like Millicent, because you've explained. What do you think is the right way for you if you needed to talk to your son about sex?
You know, he's a swagalicious bubble now.
He's a very
Okay.
And your carbon copy. So you just imagine you're talking to yourself.
He's not asked me those kind of questions.
But if you had to,
if I had to, then I will tell him point blank.
How? Like Catherine said, okay, penis, vagina,
I will.
blah, blah.
If it means you opening the textbook.
Exactly, because I've told him before.
You, all Googling.
Yeah, when he was younger, I said, this is your penis. Women have a vagina. I've told him that.
Okay.
You know, I have told him that, but he doesn't know what happens or how sex happens or or anything. He doesn't know that, but he knows that a man and a woman have to be married to have a baby. Yeah. At least he knows that bit. Okay. He doesn't know.
Not necessarily,
yeah. but for now, they have to. That. So yes. I will speak to him point blank. I will use whichever, form.
Resources within your means.
Exactly, resources, and let him know, really.
I always say, you know what, let your child be comfortable in themselves. Yeah. You see these things, they're your boobs. They're called breasts.
Exactly.
You see this, it's called your vagina. From a certain age, 8, you start developing pubic hair. Exactly. It's supposed to protect the skin of your vagina. It is yours and yours alone. Anybody, not even your father, has any business there.
Yes.
Nobody, you just make them know that it's yours. As you have yours, I have mine. Touch your chest. Those are yours, these are mine. Your bum is yours, my vagina is mine, your vagina is yours. So we all have vaginas, we all have buttocks, we all have breasts. So you just know that what you have, I have. I just have in larger quantity. Yeah. But you just let them know that
basically
nobody,
the same thing.
Yeah, and then nobody's
right to touch. Exactly. Okay, this is okay. I'm just gonna go to this little story now, so to speak. I have an aunt who has 3 boys.
Okay.
They're all in their 20s now, working and all. But when they were a lot younger, she was like, all these my men. Before they make me grandmother, I will give them condoms from the age of 16. I'm not joking.
That's wise.
Would you do that?
Yes, I would.
At the age of 16?
If you know how you were when you were their age.
Oh, she was a chick.
So you know that blood doesn't, I mean, these things don't fall
I thought it was a joke, but she actually did it.
Yeah.
Wow.
She called them, she talked to them, look, this is it. You know, she went straight to the point. As in, she's a lot more vocal than Catherine. If you think Catherine is vocal, she went straight to it and said, this is it.
And I have girls, so this is,
if you attempt to mate with a woman, you would turn to a father and you stop going to school, you'd have to work. So please don't make me a grandmother because I'm still young. You know, and she said, this is it. If you do have to do anything like that, please take. So basically, sex education isn't really about sex, but creating the awareness and hopefully empowering our children with this information.
Yes, Counselor. Yes, my lord. It's just to say, I want to get you correctly. Don't get me wrong. So what you are saying
Come on, this is serious stuff. Stop making me laugh.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes. No, but seriously, of course, by all means, yes. So.
Yeah. Okay, Millie.
Oh yes.
Okay, it is crucial that parents play. It's a crucial part that parents play in shaping, the sexual behaviors of their children. If we give them the right kind of information after laying the right foundation, it is more likely that they would make better choices in terms of their sex life.
Oh,
Yes.
The parents, yes, like you said. Well, what did you say? The parents play a crucial role. Yes. There's some things that I just cannot do but talk about.
Yes, to your child,
Yeah. There's some things that some parents do. For some reason, I really do not understand why. Okay, the other day, I went out and I saw a little girl of about 5 years old.
5?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was wearing these pair of, in fact, bomb shorts. Let me just say the word that we all know.
We are there still.
You know the type.
Saying that so many times.
Yeah, you know the type that Rihanna wears, that like the bottom button
No.
hanging. Yeah, she was. And she was wearing, a
Crop top.
What
What was the mother wearing?
And the mother was walking behind her. I was too stunned to even speak. I just had to ask. I said, please, how old is your daughter? Smiling and how old is she?
Oh, she's 5.
And she's showing butt cheeks already in public.
Exactly. Another one I saw was, we went for a party and this mother brought her little daughter all dolled up. It's always in shorts now, showing the legs, tight outfits. The little girl who wasn't even up to 2, she dressed her up her face was made up.
Oh no.
And sent her downstairs where the big men were to dance so that they will
win prizes.
Spray
her money.
With what she was wearing.
What she was wearing.
And makeup.
Yes.
Where was the father of that child?
I have no idea. And I'm like, why would a parent want to purposely do this?
Do that. That's you pimping your child out, your daughter out.
Why would you want to do this? With each day we
For
hear
me,
about
why would you want to expose
about,
your child to such danger?
Exactly. Why would you want to do that? So, when we're talking about this, you can't dress your child in this manner today, and then you come tomorrow and say you want to teach the child about behaving properly,
covering up privacy of the body.
You can't do that. It doesn't add up. So parents, like she said, crucial role. They are really, your daughter, or mostly daughters, they don't have to be in skimpy clothes. They don't have to be in tight outfits. They have beautiful dresses that your children can wear and look, and somebody would still go, oh my God, she's adorable.
Yeah.
It's honestly, that
not
is
oh
one
my
thing.
gosh, she's sexy.
Exactly.
It doesn't go.
Exactly.
Sexy and a child, it doesn't go.
I hear people say that you see a little girl, oh, sexy little girl. I say, why would you want to do that? A little child, sexy. Sexy is a word you use for somebody you want to have sex with. Why would you want to say that?
A little child.
Those
are signs of pedophilia.
Yeah.
Even the person may not even know that those are
exactly.
signs of
you
pedophilia.
Make people
I can't imagine parents
about your kids.
A mother like that will now sit down and talk about sex to the child. I think there's some mothers. I think there's some mothers that just stay away from that discussion. They say, but they'll be okay now. They'll pick it along the way. They will be fine. There are mothers like that.
Yeah.
They just say they'll be fine. After all, nobody taught me now. I didn't do badly. No, I know. I can be a bit relaxed too with children and, independence and drawing the line and just allowing a child grow, make your own mistakes. But there's some things I don't compromise.
Of course.
Because it throws away all your years of sweat and toil and investment and motherhood. And I think that's what grounds three of us. In so far as I know that we may differ in thinking, opinion, and of course, some other things. But I know that these are things we have in common.
Yeah.
There's some things that a child you should not condone.
Not even honestly.
No.
My children know that once I take off my shoes, my high heel shoes, there's problem. If once I take it off, and I'm talking to her and I'm taking it off, because you know that there's some things that mommy doesn't take. And I think with parents and children, we should draw a line, because children these days, we've spoken about it. Everybody's growing faster than their ages. Gone are the times where our parents used to say, oh, you know, you have to wear white on your wedding night, you know, you'll be standing overlooking the balcony, your husband will come from behind.
I slept on my wedding night. After all the inquakrikwa, please, after dancing, and the humongous wedding dress, I went straight to bed and knocked off.
Yeah. We hear all sorts of tales. Oh, don't have sex until you're married. You'll meet the perfect husband. You'll be living a life of fairy tale, red roses and orchid flowers on a daily. You know, gone are those those times, and gone are the stories. Let's face facts, and then also align the children with the facts of life. Otherwise, they'll get the facts elsewhere.
Exactly. It's amazing. Us as parents, we need to, you know, teach our children what is and what is not. Fine, our children are our greatest treasures.
Oh yes.
Their innocence is one of our weaknesses.
Definitely.
No two ways about it.
Yeah.
You know, you can't shy away from the talk of sex. Whether you're describing or you're trying to explain, you know, their private, you know, body parts to them. You know, you can't shy away from talking about sex, whether you like it or not. At whatever point you want to discuss sex or sex education with your kid is up to you. But then again, you know, there's sex on covers of magazines, in magazines, on television, TV. Even in cartoons. You see them kissing.
On children channels.
In your favorite hip-hop video on that. My son doesn't do, no way. He doesn't watch music videos. For what? So that you see girls shaking behind.
And he'll just start one day and come.
That's the thing. We see sex everywhere we go, even on the streets. You know, it's up to us as parents to protect our children against certain things, to limit you know, certain things.
Also, my cousin, sorry to cut you short, my cousin visited one day and she just flips to Sound City, one of
some music channel.
Channel, and my son was seated there, and you know they were playing one Wizkid song that is not Wizkid, Olamide. Very
story for the gods.
And you see all them girls and they're behind, and it's amazing. You wonder
from
if they
the
have
kitchen.
parents.
I heard the song.
No, these days
I heard the song, and I know the video. I shouted, "Where is it, Bube?" That was the first thing. He said, "I'm here." I said, "Come, let me show you something." He came into the kitchen. I said, "Wait, I'm coming." I went to, I said, "Didi, please change
don't
the
even
channel."
do that.
He doesn't watch that. He was saying, "Oh, he's just there." I said, "Didi, change it now."
In my home, my son's TV time, whether he's around or not, is from when we wake up till 7.
Exactly.
And then
you even do TV time. Oh, we know we don't
he goes
do
to
TV
bed.
time at home. They know
he plays with the story before he goes to bed.
Bam is still. Ewube doesn't watch TV on school days. He doesn't watch TV on school days.
We don't do no, you know.
No, he's still
all them CBBS, and because
we don't. The TV's off. I take out the smart card, and we are there. Let's look at each other, study the Bible, study your dictionary, learn words.
Honestly,
your students'
that's
companion.
the way to raise them these days.
That's it. I mean, it's not no holds barred. I don't like to shout. Let's stay by the books and leave it at that.
Okay, ladies. So we could go on and on and on and on about this.
Oh, yeah.
You've got kids, you got a home, you got kids, you got a home, you need to go. So basically, rounding this up, we have to protect our kids.
Yes.
You know, sex education cannot be, the topic of sex education cannot be avoided, whether we like it or not. Fantastic. Well, here's to you, ladies.
But tell us the truth now. Let her tell us the truth.
See, there will be a time. No.
Don't worry, contributors. I'll give you this credit.
We'll carry this.
The time will come. I said she will sleep. Is it not inside this room? We'll carry it and be checking.
Honestly.
Thank God for passwords. Thank God for passwords.
We always share our passwords. You know that.
Of course.
No.
You guys
You're
have
breaking
to
the
go.
code.
I beg. I don't.
Our husbands don't know the passwords, but we know our passwords. So,
okay, I'm giving you contributors' credits in advance, so you know.
Good.
And we'll discuss other terms later.
Woman. But no, I'm going home. This is not
business on top of our head.